And a good Tuesday evening as we welcome you to Hoxie High School, where the TMP Lady Monarchs and the Hoxie Lady Indians square off here in this first ever meeting between these two teams. Hoxie, their first full year as a member, official full year as a member of the Mid-Continent League, while TMP takes on the Monarchs here as they're running through the starting lineups on the floor. We can run through those for you once again. Coach Jared Dow in his fourth year for Hoxie goes with Morgan Keith, along with Haley Jacobs, Bailey McKenna, Peyton Rodgers, and Lauren Spillman. Again, Coach Dow in his fourth season at the helm of the Hoxie Lady Indians. Meanwhile, TMP coached by Rose McFarland in her 13th year total at TMP. She will go with that same starting lineup of Emily Lane, Sophia Baltazar, Megan Hamo, Cassidy Yost, and Kylie Allen, the lone senior for the TMP Lady Monarchs. That's a look at our starting lineups. TMP once again will be in their road blue uniforms. They have been in the road blue uniforms for now six consecutive contests. They did get a play in their home blues to start the season as part of the Hayes City Shootout, but have been the visitor the rest of the way. So far, they are in those road blues. It's the white Monarchs and the numbers across the front trimmed in gray. Meanwhile, Hoxie will be in their home whites. They have the red numbers trimmed in black. Indians across the front. We've got a black stripe across the back of the shoulders with the red H on their shorts. Let's a look at our uniform update. As always, it's brought to you by Phase 2, from business polos to Team Gear. Your first choice should be Phase 2, screen printing and embroidery. They've got no minimum order, plus a quick turnaround time. Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery, just off Vine next to Big D's, just off Vine on 22nd Street next to Big D's Rental in Hayes. TMP is the visitor. We'll start with the basketball, and we are underway. We sit just to the right of the Hoxie bench here at the Hoxie High School, so TMP will shoot down in front of us here in this first half. Hamo running the point. She'll kick it for Yost right side, and now into the short corner they go for Kylie Allen as they survey a zone defense from the Hoxie Lady Indians. Yost will go to the high post lane, kicks it baseline. Kylie Allen, she had 15. The matchup with Sacred Heart. Here's a three for Baltazar, too strong off the heel, and the rebound will kick out of there for the Hoxie Lady Indians as the Monarchs, with Morgan Keith down with a rebound, come up short on their first possession. Keith has it on that left side. They trap the pick and roll as Spillman has it off her face, stolen away by TMP. It's Baltazar up the floor. The run-out layup for Hamel off the mark, but down with the rebound is Lane. She had it knocked away, saved back in. Ball on the floor, fight for it. Hoxie will come away with it as TMP had another couple of looks at it, but unfortunately come away empty on that possession, and back the other way comes Spillman and company for the Hoxie Lady Indians. Here's a pass for Spillman, knocked out of bounds, and it stays with the Hoxie Lady Indians. I thought for a minute they had pointed that it was off of TMP, and they'll actually say that it was off of Hoxie. So it will be TMP basketball. 7:02 to go here, first quarter. Still no score in our opener. TMP over the top with a long pass against the full court press to Lane. She'll get into the front court right in front of us to Baltazar. Swings it right side. They go to Hamel, and now Yost. Yost will go to the short corner for Allen. 6:50 to go first quarter as a ball knocked away in the paint, in the lane for TMP, but they get it back. Yost forces a pass to Lane inside, draws the triple team, nearly gets tied up, and then we get a foul underneath. She had three different defenders collapse around her, and Emily was still able to get that shot up and draw the foul. Called on Spillman, the 5'11 senior, and it's the first foul on either team, and Lane will go to the free throw line for the first time in the contest. Emily's first free throw is good, and TMP will take the 1-0 lead on the Emily Lane free throw. Emily coming off of another good performance. She had a double-double, 19 points and 13 rebounds in the win over Sacred Heart. Second free throw, nothing but net, and TMP leads 2-0 on a pair of Emily Lane free throws. 6:35 to go here, opening quarter. TMP look at a trap on the pick and roll left side as Keith gets away from Yost on the trap, and will kick it here to the right side. Down in front of the TMP bench, they go with Jacobs, who was nearly trapped. Now they will get it to Keith, who will run away from a trap to the baseline and step out of bounds. Good defense by TMP. Coach McFarland talked about it before the game, how they would defend this pick and roll offense for the Hoxie Lady Indians. As Hoxie with a little full court press. Here's a great pass by Hamel over the top to Kylie Allen, who will go in, have the rebound rim out, but a rebound into the hand, or rather the shot rim out, rebound into the hands of Baltazar, and she can't knock down the free throw line jumper. So TMP struggling a little bit offensively from the floor. but they are still leading 2-0 with 6 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Little dribble drive on the right side for Rodgers. She'll kick it to the baseline for Spillman. And now to Keith. Over the top they go, left side for Haley Jacobs, the senior. Jacobs will drive, pull up for the jumper. It's off the mark from that left side. And Emily Lane with a good check out and down for a rebound. And then TMP with a double dribble in the backcourt. Actually, it's a turnover for TMP, then the double dribble is for Hoxie. So both teams turn it over. Lane had it taken away in the backcourt. TMP will get another chance at it here with some full court press. They break the press easily on a good pass from Lane to Cassidy Yost, who will go in and score it. It's the first field goal for TMP. It comes at the 5:30 mark as Cassidy Yost gets TMP on the board with that field goal. They quickly lead now 4-0 on the first field goal. Here's another drive left side. Tough angle shot that goes for the senior Peyton Rodgers. And it's 4-2. TMP has the lead. Monarchs again able to push across the timeline and break that full court press. Late at the high post, she'll put it on the deck, slides between two defenders, and draws the foul. Lane will go to the free throw line for the second time in the contest. She's able to draw the foul this time on Haley Jacobs. Lane with the first free throw, nothing but net. She is 3 of 3 at the line, and TMP leads 5-2. Emily Lane has 3 of the first 5 points for TMP. JC Von Little will check in, replacing Kylie Allen for TMP. Second Lane free throw, too strong, and the rebound cleared out of there by Jacobs. TMP leads 5-2 with 5 minutes to go here in this opening quarter of this first ever matchup between the Monarchs and the Hoxie Lady Indians. This regular season meeting. The pass over the top for Hoxie. They go from the right to the left. Left side three that rattles home for Haley Jacobs as Jacobs knocks down the first 3 of the contest and ties the ball game at 5. Von Little into the front court for TMP. And they'll hold up. Now Lane puts it on the deck, kicks it for Yost. Baltazar was open, didn't shoot the 3. We'll swing it for Von Little. Back to Sophia, back on the right side. Von Little thought about squaring up for 3, then picked up her dribble. Now needs some help on that left side. Bounce pass to the underneath side for Hamel, who missed the shot. Good idea, but she saw contact was or thought contact may be coming and missed the shot. Just rushed it a little bit underneath. Hoxie can take the lead. Game tied at 5 apiece with 4:15 to go here in this first quarter. Curl and driving in, missing the shot with some contact inside as Jacobs and out of bounds off of TMP. Monarchs do a good job inside of not giving any space for Jacobs, and she misses the shot with some contact, and it's knocked out of bounds. As Hoxie will key it in, 4:05 to go first quarter. Open left side 3, halfway down and out is off the mark for Rodgers, but a rebound inside for Hoxie. Then it's saved after it was nearly thrown away by TMP. Good job by Sophia Baltazar to come away and save that rebound inside and reset for TMP as they get it back. Yost has it here to the left side. Baltazar's open. Sophia will set left side 3. That'll rattle home. First 3 of the contest for Sophia Baltazar, and TMP back on top by 3 at 8-5. Baltazar scored in double figures in each of the last 3 contests for TMP as she gets on the board here with 3:31 to play in this opening quarter. TMP leads 8-5. Here's a pass over the top, knocked out of bounds by TMP. Hoxie will bring Kinley Rodgers, the 5'11 senior, in for the first time. She replaces Spillman. Also into the contest comes Josie Kennedy, a 5'4 freshman for Hoxie. As they'll key it in with Peyton Rodgers underneath the basket. Rodgers will just lob it in here left side as Jacobs is open. She'll fire the 3, missed it badly off the glass, got her own rebound and is fouled on the way back up. Haley Jacobs missed that one, but it ricocheted back to her on the deflection, and she is fouled inside by JC Von Little. First on TMP, first on Von Little. And so free throws for Jacobs, a 60% free throw shooter. And the first one off the mark. Jacobs has the 3 earlier here in this quarter for Hoxie. Baltazar will check out for TMP. Yost returns to the lineup. And Jacobs' second free throw off the mark, and Emily Lane down with a rebound. Lane had 13 rebounds in the win over Sacred Heart on Friday. The Monarchs push the tempo into the front court. Von Little will go to the baseline. Here's a Hamel 3 from the left side off the heel. Rebound tipped from Lane into the hands of Baltazar, or rather to Von Little. Now they swing it around the perimeter, get it inside for Lane. She has it poked away. Good defense by That looked like Rodgers was the one who got a piece of that and forces the turnover for TMP. It's their second here in the first quarter, and now Hamel jumps the ball handler, knocks it away. She'll shovel it out in front for Lane, who will track it down. Lane goes in and scores. Good job on the steal for Megan Hamel, leading to the Lane layup, and TMP now leads by 5 at 10-5 on the Emily Lane field goal. That was after, here's another turnover. Hamel will get another steal and then a reach-in foul. So back-to-back turnovers, now 5 turnovers in the contest here for Hoxie. Peyton Rodgers called for the foul. We're going to get a timeout on the floor taken by Coach Dow of Hoxie. TMP got back-to-back steals for Megan Hamel. Hamel had another good performance against Sacred Heart offensively with 11 assists in that contest. She gets one here. She had cut the ball handler off, knocked the ball away, and then scooped it ahead where Lane tracked it down and took it to the other end and got the layup to go. She then was able to come away with another steal here on this last possession, and Rodgers reached in and committed the foul. That forced Coach Dow to take the timeout as we welcome you aboard here into this one. First ever meeting between the Monarchs and the Hoxie Indians. Our game brought to you apart by Next Tech, Midwest Energy, and Gibbs Auto Supply. Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy. They will get you back in the game fast after injury, offering dry needling and deep tissue laser therapy to speed up the healing process with free consultation, and you see the same PT every visit. Herman Physical Therapy loves helping people. Don't forget to check them out on Facebook. Monarchs got out to a 4-0 lead on a couple of free throws by Lane. Emily already with 5 here in this first quarter. Monarchs led 4-2, 5-2. Game was tied at 5, but the Monarchs have scored 5 in a row on a Baltazar 3 and a Lane layup. TMP after the timeout shooting down to our left. They go from our right to our left here in this first half with the basketballs. Hamel, who had those back-to-back steals, will play it for Lane on that right side, just straight to the right of straight on. Now they force it inside. Lane cuts down the left side. Couldn't quite get that layup to go. Pretty good defense, so the rebound cleared out of there by Hoxie as the rebound down to Josie Kennedy following the miss for Emily Lane. Backdoor pass inside. Rodgers has it blocked by Von Linnell, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hoxie. J.C. Von Linnell had 4 blocks in the win over Sacred Heart the last time out. She gets a piece of that one. It affects the shot inside for Hoxie. The Monarchs will get it back. 2:02 to go first quarter. TMP leading 10-5. Monarchs throw it over the top for Lane against the pressure. She'll go right side for Allen. A little hesitation. Just missed Yost cutting to the basket as now they'll set up the offense. Hamel, the baseline for Allen. Time Keith tried to go for the steal and nearly got it. Baltazar, who's back in there, has it on the right side for Yost. She'll swing it left wing for Hamel. Hamel waiting for Lane to come across the lane. Instead, they find Kylie Allen, who will cut to the top of the key and knock down the long 2. Kylie Allen gives TMP a 12-5 lead. I mentioned it last time. Kylie with 15 in the win over Sacred Heart, just one away from her career high, and now she steals this pass from Kennedy, or rather from Keith. Now she's double teamed, needs some help. We'll get it over the top for Yost. Lane rifles it left side for Baltazar, who threw it away. She tried to give it right back to a cutting Allen, but TMP will get it back. Allen had stolen that basketball away, and Baltazar tried to force it inside, and a good job by McKenna to knock that pass away. And nearly a travel. In fact, it is a travel. Just a little bit of a half-second delay on the official whistle, but it is a travel, and it's the 7th Hoxie turnover. Just under 1 minute to go first quarter. TMP leads 12-5. Monarchs have scored 8 in a row. Hamel calls out the play across the timeline. She'll come here to the near side of the Indians. So just right in front of us, it's a 3 for Baltazar. It's just off the mark. Fight for the rebound inside, and it's pulled out of there by Spillman, who just checked back into the contest for the Hoxie Lady Indians. Monarchs 1 of 4 from the floor, or rather from 3 here in this first quarter. Hoxie will get it off to the right side. Jacobs drives in with some contact, hits the little floater. Jacobs with 5 in the contest, and now it's 12-7 in favor of TMP. Monarchs push against the press, able to get it to Hamel. Left side Baltazar didn't shoot it, had the chance, but decided to hold for the final shot with 13 as Coach Rose McFarland down to our right calls out the play. Lane fakes the backdoor pass. Here's a three straight on. Baltazar swishes it home, and TMP adds another three with a second to go here in this first quarter. Hoxie won't get off a shot, and TMP leads by 8 through one quarter of action at 15-7 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Sophia Baltazar knocks down a pair of first quarter threes to go along with 5 first quarter points from Emily Lane as TMP leads 15-7 through one quarter of action over the Hoxie Lady Indians. We owe you a station break. We'll try and get you that here as soon as we get an opportunity. Out of the quarter break, Hoxie will have the basketball as they will key it in with Bailey McKenna, a senior, and nearly had it stolen away. And I think we're going to get a restraining line violation on the Hoxie Lady Indians. Bailey McKenna was the one who was in the restraining line. Of course, here of Hoxie, there is that restraining line. So turnover number 8 for the Hoxie Lady Indians. TMP back the other way, again shooting down in front of us as Baltazar will get a pass from Von Little. Now right side they go to Yost. Yost with a high pass to Von Little, had to jump to get it, but hauls it back down as TMP will swing it straight on for Hamel. High post lane, wraparound pass a little bit too wide, and they threw it away. The Monarchs with their 4th first quarter turnover. 15-7. TMP with the lead. 7:35 to go here in this opening half of basketball. McKenna will put it on the deck, finds Jacobs with it. Now Jacobs hands it off as they work it to Rodgers. Now back to Jacobs straight on. Jacobs has a 3 in this first half, but will give it off to the right side for Kennedy. Kennedy, the freshman, drives, cut off on the drive. Now kicks it top of the key. Bailey McKenna's 3, too strong. Jacobs down with the rebound, and she's fouled on the way back up by J.C. Von Little. That will be the second foul on Von Little. Jacobs has done a good job on the glass already with 4 first half rebounds. Jacobs to the free throw line. She missed a pair a moment ago. And rattles this one home. Jacobs with 6. Matches the game high of Baltazar, and it's 15-8 in favor of TMP. They lead by 7. Second free throw is way off the mark, and it's poked out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Hoxie. Looked like Kylie Rodgers was the one who got a piece of that one. That one missed off the left side of the iron, almost missed the entire rim and hit off the backboard. TMP leading by 7 at 15-8 as we close in on 7 minutes to go here in this first half. On Little, lob over the top from the left to the right side for Baltazar. Sophia with a couple of left-handed dribbles and a bounce pass back to Von Little here left side. Flashing to the short corner is Lane. Her pass knocked away, and it stays with a TMP. Trying to force it into J.C. Von Little, but it was knocked out of bounds. It stays with the Monarchs. Quick inbounds for Von Little, misses the 12-footer. Yost down with the rebound, and then she gets tied up inside. And the possession arrow will keep it, we'll give it to TNP. No, we'll keep it with TMP. That time Yost just jumped to pull down the rebound, and now the officials want to talk it over to make sure. Not exactly sure what the discussion is who's has possession of the basketball. So the official will come here to the near side. So on the restraining line violation, they didn't, the official says because it's a restraining line violation on the start, they shouldn't have switched the arrow. Coach Rose McFarland with her discussion with the official, this crew out of the Colby Oakley area. And so Coach McFarland trying to get an explanation. The explanation is they called a restraining order on Hoxie as they were trying to key it in to start the second quarter. And because technically, I guess they never had a possession, they shouldn't have switched the arrow back to a TMP. So on the held ball, it'll go back the other way as it will be Hoxie basketball. Coach McFarland still having a conversation with the official down to our right. Here's an air ball three. Blocked shot on the backside as McKenna came down with it. Tried to go back up with it, and it was blocked out of there by J.C. Von Little, who already has 2 blocks here in this early going. She also came with the loose ball, and now she'll fire a 3 and bank it home. Little smile on J.C.'s face as she banked home the 3. So she blocks the shot, gets a rebound, and then banks home a 3, and TMP leads by 10 at 18-8 on the J.C. Von Little 3, and she knew it as she banked it home. Here's should have been a travel in the lane, and now there's the travel. Hoxie had a couple of different players. Peyton Rodgers was the first one who took that extra step. They missed it, but then Jacobs was called for the travel. 9 Hoxie turnovers. TMP with 6 minutes to go first half, on top by 10. Their largest lead of the contest. Von Little gets it over the top, straight onto Baltazar, gives it up to Yost. Now back to Sophia. She'll rifle it right side for Von Little. Skip past left wing now to Yost as they play catch across the zone. Here's a 3 right side for Hamel. That's short, but a rebound down to Yost as she pulls down another one. Another chance as Baltazar nearly traveled with it herself here on this near sideline. Give it up, got it back to Yost, who will slide in, have that shot deflected on the way back up. May have even lost it on the way back up, and it'll be a TMP turnover. Back the other way it goes. Hoxie will race into the front court. Here's a wild shot off the mark by Rodgers. Rebound inside by McKenna. And she'll fire it back to the top of the key as Hoxie will swing it for Jacobs on this right side and out of Peyton Rodgers. Rodgers, who saved the possession a moment ago for Hoxie, has her pass deflected and stolen by Von Little. JC will race up the floor, have it poked away from behind, and it's off of Hoxie. Stays TMP's basketball with 5:04 to go here in this opening half. TMP leading by 10 on a J.C. Von Little 3 in which she banked it home. And TMP leads by 10 at 18-8, and they have the basketball to key it in. They'll lob it over the top for Yost as a block by Rodgers inside, but TMP gets it back. Hamel, they'll swing it left side. Baltazar on a good closeout, can't shoot the 3. TMP will keep possession of the basketballs. Hamel on a pass from Baltazar, has it on the right wing. She'll drive to the baseline, cut off. Lane, not a Baltazar. Sophia will fire another 3. This misses off the left. Von Little fights for the rebound inside, and Jacobs will come down with her 5th rebound of the contest. Monarchs had another pretty good look at it, but that one skips off and back the other way with 4.5 to go here in this second quarter. 10-point TMP lead at 18-8. Jacobs has it on the right side. Hoxie working the pick and roll. Here's a little trap pass deflected by Von Little, but right into the hands of Rodgers. She has her shot deflected. Then the shot by Jacobs off the mark, and it's a rebound down to Hamel, who will poke it ahead, then run it up the floor to Sophia Baltazar, who bobbled it and then took an extra couple of steps as she tried to gather herself going in for the layup. Back the other way they go. Hoxie has possession of the basketball. Closing on 4:10 to go here in this first half. It's 18-8. TMP has the lead. Jacobs with the right side of the pick and roll. They trap with Lane. Able to get it out to Kennedy as Josie Kennedy back into the contest. Left side, Keith will take the long 2, and it's a miss, but inside rebound. Falling down is McKenna, as Bailey McKenna fell down and then lost it. It's actually Kinley Rodgers who fell down and lost it. TMP came back with it after the Monarchs were able to gain possession of the basketball once more and look to set up their offenses. Allen, who's back in, goes to the short corner for Yost right side. Allen will survey the defense with 3.5 to go here in this first half. Monarchs with Allen right side for Lane. Lane all above her head, finds a cutting J.C. Von Little, who goes in and banks it home. Von Little's got 5 straight for TMP. They lead by 12 at 20-8. On the J.C. Von Little bucket. Von Little now with 5 in the contest. Again, they try and trap the pick and roll, forcing Hoxie to pass it to Jacobs. Jacobs will drive with some contact, and a shot blocked, and it's going to be a travel And back the other way, Von Little will get her third first half block and then forced to travel. Peyton Rodgers will return to the lineup for Hoxie. They also bring Lauren Spillman back into the contest. TMP, that same 5 still out there as Baltazar running the point. Here's a pass too tall and into the Hoxie bench and out of bounds. Too tall even for Kylie Allen. Kylie at 5'8", couldn't haul that one in, and the Monarchs will give it back. And Hamel gets a quick break, and then she's back into the contest following TMP's 7th first half turnover. Monarchs lead by 12 at 20-8 with 2:50 and counting. Again, here's the pick and roll, nearly a travel by McKenna as she looked like shuffled her feet, but here's a forced turnover anyway. As Von Little will steal the pass, long pass up the floor, great outlet pass to Hamel, who then short-armed the layup, and we got a tie-up on the rebound with Spillman and Emily Lane, and the arrow belongs to TMP. Monarchs take advantage of that long outlet pass. Now a lob over the top. Lane has it blocked by Keith, and the tie-up in the lane with Rodgers and Lane, and it goes back the other way. So back-to-back alternate possessions. Morgan Keith was able to block that shot by Lane, then she got tied up trying to go back up with it. 2.5 to go here in this first half. Here's a near steal by Hamel as it's off of Megan and out of bounds. She nearly was able to jump that pass on that left side. 2:25 to play here in this opening half. TMP with their largest lead of the game at 20-8. Hoxie back the other way. Spillman has it on the right side. Pass over the top, too tall for Rodgers, but it's nearly, nope, it won't be saved in by Hoxie. That's going spilling out of bounds for the Hoxie Indians is Bailey McKenna. She's all right. And another turnover for Hoxie. It's number 11 in the game. TMP will bring Baltazar back into the contest. Sophia replaces Cassidy Yost. Baltazar had those 2 early threes there to lead the way for TMP in that first quarter. Monarchs leading 20-8. All 5 points here in the quarter scored by J.C. Von Little for TMP. Right wing, Baltazar's open, won't shoot it, forces it into the post for Lane, and she's going to be fouled. Spillman and Keith were in the area. I'll get Morgan Keith with the foul. It'll be her first. And debris on the floor, and TMP will again key it in. Down to our left. Hamel over the top for Lane. She'll take the 12-footer. This one is too strong. Allen kept it alive for TMP, and now it's down into the hands of Morgan Keith. Allen nearly kept it alive for TMP, but Keith will come out of there with her 4th rebound of the contest. 1:50 to go here in this first half. Ball is short on a jumper on the left baseline for Josie Kennedy. Actually, that was Rodgers on the shot. TMP with the rebound. They'll push it up the floor. Hamel with a 2-pointer here. Missed the shot from just inside 12 feet. And another rebound cleared out of there by McKenna, who's got a couple of them now in this contest. As TMP looks to push, or rather Hoxie looks to push the other way. Here's a turnover. We owe you a station break. Let's get that for you right now as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Your radio home for the TMP Marion Monarch. 99.5 KV Country, KHAV Hayes.
TMP still leading by 12 at 20-8 with the basketball as Baltazar on the bounce pass to Hamel as they work to the left side. Now up and under for Lane, has it blocked inside by Spillman. Then Emily reaches in and gets the tie-up, and the arrow keeps it with a TMP. So a block shot by Spillman inside, but the Monarchs keep possession of the basketball. Neither team offensively lighting it up here in the second quarter. Monarchs outscoring Hoxie 5-1 in the quarters. They lead 20-8. Monarchs on the inbounds. Get it to Hamel here on the left baseline. Finds a cutting Baltazar. Sophia then gets a little bit of contact and had it knocked away and taken by Rodgers. It'll be turnover number 8 for TMP. As Baltazar lost possession of the basketball after the contact. Peyton Rodgers has it. She'll kick it off to the right side. 48 seconds to go in this first half. Hoxie with the basketball, trailing TMP by 12. Rodgers dumps it inside. Good post by Spillman. Missed the shot. Then the fight for the rebound inside. Jacobs has it. Gets it blocked by Lane. And then they thought there was a whistle. And going up and scoring it inside is Jacobs. She's got 8 in the contest. They thought that there was a whistle. It's 20-10. in favor of Hoxie. TMP back the other way with 22 to go in this first half. Here's a three-pointer that's off the mark by Allen. Fight for the rebound, and we're going to get a tie-up inside as Baltazar was on the deck trying to fight for that rebound with Morgan Keith, and it will go Hoxie's way following the TMP missed jump shot. 15.8 seconds to go here in this first half. Hoxie with Jacobs into the backcourt. TMP with some pressure. Here's a dangerous pass nearly stolen away as it's knocked away by Von Linnell. Hoxie needs to hurry, and then Allen will knock it away and stolen by TMP. Monarchs will get it to Von Linnell with three. JC knifes it and lays it home. TMP with JC Von Linnell scoring all 7 points of the quarter, leading 22-10 over the Hoxie Lady Indians. Von Linnell, thanks to some great hustle on the defensive end for TMP, gets the layup to go to beat the buzzer, and the Monarchs on top here by 12 at 22-10 as we head to the halftime break. Again, TMP on top 22-10 on the Monarch Sports Network. It is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes Kalon, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barrett, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
At halftime, the TMP Lady Monarchs lead the Hoxie Lady Indians 22-10. So we'll welcome you back into Hoxie High School as we are at halftime of this one. Real quick, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Last check at halftime, Hayes High led Great Bend by 10, 26-16. That, of course, a Western Athletic Conference rivalry. From the Mid-Continent League tonight, Trigo on top of Phillipsburg, 32-21. That's a battle of ranked teams and two of the top teams in the Mid-Continent League. Elsewhere tonight, Victoria leads Stockton 34-17. And out in the Great Western Athletic Conference, the GWAC, it's a battle of rivals where Goodland leads Colby on the girls' side 27-19. That's of note because Colby part of TMP's sub-state coming up a little bit later on. So again, here at halftime, TMP leads 22-10 in favor of our Monarchs lead 22-10. We're about ready to start this second half, so we welcome you back where the Monarchs lead by 12, their largest lead of the contest, outscoring the Indians 7-3 there in that second quarter to take that 12-point lead. Monarchs shooting down in front of their bench, so are right here in this second half. As they'll get it to Baltazar, finds a cutting lane. She's just outside the post. We'll kick it out for a Hamel three that's off the mark. And Hoxie comes down with the rebound. TMP with some pressure after Keith had pulled down her fifth rebound of the contest, but Hoxie is able to get it across the timeline. Bailey McKenna's pass for Rodgers, being hounded by Yost. She'll drive in. Her pass too tall for her intended target, Spillman, but it's into the hands of McKenna. And then the left side long jumper off the mark by Rodgers. Up the floor, TMP finds Baltazar for three. It rims halfway down and out, and Spillman down with a rebound. It's her third rebound of the contest. Baltazar nearly had her third three of the game for TMP. Again, McKenna will push it up the floor here in the near sideline. Kick it right side for Jacobs. Jacobs had 8 there in the first half. Draws the double team, gave it up, now gets it right back for Peyton Rodgers. They swing it left side here for Keith. Ball above her head. Out of the baseline they go for Jacobs. Back to Keith, trying to post up inside of Rodgers. Draws a double team. She kicks it for Spillman. She'll take a three and switch it home. Lauren Spillman with her first field goal, and it's back to single digits now at 22-13 on the second three of the contest for the Hoxie Lady Indians. Spillman doesn't shoot it a lot from three. Only a 29% free throw or three-point shooter, but she switched that one home to cut the deficit back to single digits at 9. TMP down to our right here in this second half with Yost to the baseline for Hamel. Hamel finds Yost, who bobbles it into the lane. It's a TMP turnover. She had cut to the basket, but just couldn't quite pull it in. And TMP will give it back as McKenna works the ball across the timeline. Now to Peyton Rodgers. Left side they go for Morgan Keith, the senior, to McKenna on the baseline. Nearly threw it away. Dumps it inside for Rodgers. Rodgers had it deflected from behind by Lane, and then Emily knocked it out of bounds. And it stays with Hoxie. Hoxie trying to force it into Peyton Rodgers on the last couple of possessions. Trying to get their leading scorer going, the senior who had just 2 there in that first quarter. Here's a pass over the top for Jacobs. Kick it right side for McKenna. Now Rodgers thought about shooting the three. Instead, we'll give it up left side as they swing it to the baseline. McKenna got it right back to Jacobs. Spillman on a good closeout by Lane. Can't shoot the three. Thought about it, but saw the big 6-foot-plus wingspan coming her way, and then Hoxie rifles it out of bounds. Keith tried to force it inside, but that one was way too hot to handle, and it will go back to Hoxie. She comes out of the contest, and Josie Kennedy will check in for Hoxie as they extend the pressure a little bit. Hamel gave it up to Baltazar. They get it across the timeline. Baseline for Kylie Allen. So work the left side. Now finds a cutting Hamel. Hamel will go down the left side. A little English missed the shot. And the rebound cleared out of there by Bailey McKenna, the senior, for Hoxie. She's got 3 rebounds in the contest. And TMP is 0 of 3 here in this third quarter so far, with 5:19 and counting in the quarter. Baseline. So they go to Kennedy. She'll lob it over the top for Rodgers. Right side, Bailey McKenna. So they work it to the short corner. Over the top, it's Jacobs. She'll drive in and hit the floater. Hoxie cuts the deficit to 22-15 on back-to-back field goals here in this early going, and Lane putting it on the deck, drawing the foul. Well, he's been aggressive at times, just putting it on the floor and driving right down the lane and drawing the foul. This time it'll be on Peyton Rodgers. It's her second. Lane back to the free throw line for the third time in the contest. And the first free throw is good. Emily Lane was 6 in the game. First point of the second half for TMP, 23-15. Von Little checks back in for TMP as Lane makes both free throws. 7 in the contest for Lane, back to a 9-point TMP lead at 24-15. TMP led by 12 at the break at 22-10. Hoxie, Jacobs here to the left side, gave it up, then got it right back as they work it around now to Bailey McKenna on that right side. McKenna back to Jacobs, and gets it right back. Bounce pass inside, thrown away. It's Allen who will come away with it. Kylie up the floor, left side for Hamel. Hamel will step around and get a nice pass inside for Allen, who will lay it home. They work the give and go to perfection. 4 for Kylie Allen, back to an 11-point lead for TMP at 26-15 on the Kylie Allen field goal. Another good assist in the contest for TMP's Megan Hamel as they work the perfect give and go. 4:10 to play here in this third quarter. Bailey McKenna will drive, and with some contact, scores it and has a chance for a 3-point play. McKenna just put it on the floor, found a little bit of a gap, and got the bucket to go. It'll be the third on J.C. Von Lindell, 26-17. As McKenna scores her first field goal and has a free throw to And add one more, and it's halfway down and out as Emily Lane will rip down her fourth rebound here of the contest. Up the floor, Von Little. Left block, gives it up as the defender fell down to Lane, and she draws another foul. The Hoxie defender fell down after some contact with Von Little. And then Lane put it right back on the deck and drives in. And Spillman will be called for her second. Lane back to the free throw line. And Lane rattles home the free throw. Emily now with 8 in the contest. It's a 10-point TMP lead at 27-17. Second Lane free throw, good. Emily Lane with 9 now in the contest, 28-17 on a pair of Lane free throws. Hoxie went to the bench and brought Kylie Rodgers into the contest. She's got it in between the circles. Ball above her head, guarded by Lane. Looks to force it inside and throw it away. Hoxie with their 13th turnover. And back to TMP. They lead by 11, 28-17. 3:40 to go here in the third. Baltazar running the point for TMP. Go to the high post for Lane. Draws a double team. Kicks it right side for Sophia. Baltazar's pass deflected. Got it right back. Looked like that could have been a kick. As Lane finds a cutting Yost on the right side who will lay it home. 4 in the game for Cassidy Yost. 30-17. TMP continues to lead by double digits again. Now by 13 at 30-17. 3:15 to go in the third. McKenna will drive, kick it right side. Josie Kennedy's three off the heel too strong, and Allen will pull down her second rebound for TMPs. Here they come into the front court. Baltazar finds Yost on the low block. She'll turn with a left-handed hook shot, and it rattles off. Lane fights for the rebound, and a held ball with the arrow belonging to Hoxie. Emily Lane down with another chance at it. That half hook shot, a little hook shot for Yost was halfway down and it popped back out. Now TMP will extend a little bit of pressure here after the inbounds as Hoxie gets it on the alternate possession. Keith with the basketball, lobs over the top, deflected by Hamel, and it's out of bounds into the Hoxie sideline. Nearly had steal number 3 here in the early going. 2:46 to go here in the third. TMP leads 30-17. Hoxie shooting down to our left, basically in front of us here at Hoxie High School with the basketball. Keith trying to force it inside to Spillman, instead over the top. And we're going to get a foul on TMP as Jacobs put it on the floor and dribbled right into Sophia Baltazar, who reached in and committed the foul. It's the first on Sophia. It's the second here, the second half on TMP. It's Hoxie to key it in. Keith right in between the circles, bobbled it. Her pass too tall, deflected and stolen by Hamel. Up the floor as Allen left side will lay it home. 32-17 on the steal and layup as Kylie Allen adds her third field goal. She has 6 following Hoxie's 14th turnover, now 15th as they lose it out of bounds right in front of Coach Dow. And back to TMP it goes as the Monarchs with their largest lead of the contest at 32-17. That's by 15. Anna Garcia will check in for the first time for TMP. So Garcia out there with Hamel and Baltazar, Yost and Lane. 3 guards, but 4 who can handle the basketball with a lot of ease. Here's a quick step back 3 by Baltazar that was short. She knew it, tried to track it down, and then Jacobs, who pulled down the rebound, nearly traveled with it. For Hoxie, they will bring it into the front court. Posting up, but a nice play. Spillman had it knocked away by Yost, and it's stolen by TMP. They run the break up the floor. Lane scores it with a scoop shot on the right side. Hamel with another assist. Emily Lane into double figures with 11. 34-17 as the Monarchs continue the run here of this third quarter. Timeout taken by Hoxie as the Monarchs, after Hoxie had trimmed it to 9, have answered with an 8-0 run to lead 34-17. With a minute 37 to play here in the third quarter. As Coach Dow gets the timeouts, that allows us to pause for a station break as we owe you 10 seconds for station identification here on the Monarch Sports Network, as it is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Your radio home for the TMP Marion Monarch. 99.5 KV Country, KHAV.
Monarchs have scored 17 straight after they led 26-17. They've scored 17 in a row here. as they have taken command of this one. Monarchs are on a 12-2 run. They lead by that's a 34-17 margin. Out of the timeout, it will be TMP basketball. Actually, it will be Hoxie basketball, rather. TMP, though, leading 34-17. They've doubled up the Indians, who will key it in. Going into the backcourt and getting it is Bailey McKenna. So TMP leading by 17 at 34-17. They've scored 8 in a row after the game was cut back to 9. Hoxie has a right side with Kennedy. Lob over the top for Jacobs. Jacobs used up her dribble and he'll need some help. She'll go to the baseline for Kennedy. Kennedy with a hesitation. Step through, traveled with it. She got that little half step. Tried to step through the defender. And it will be turnover number 16 for Hoxie. So TMP, after Hoxie had got the deficit to 22-15, Monarchs have scored 12 of the last 14 points. They're on a 12-2 run. Garcia still out there for TMP as Baltazar has it. It's this zone as Hoxie switched on the zone just a little bit. They've been playing a lot of 3-2. Almost looks like a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 as Garcia nearly had it slip away from her. Got it back. Yost into the lane for Hamel, who rifles it right side for Emily Lane, who lays it up. 13 for Lane, 36-17. As Lane scored 4 straight for TMP. Hoxie with 35 seconds to play here in this third quarter, trailing 36-17. Hoxie is a team that averages right around 34 points per contest. Here's all sorts of contact. No call on the baseline. They let it go, and then a foul on the rebound. It'll go back the other way as Rodgers and Hamel collide, and Hamel hit the deck hard. They also take a little bit of time, the Monarch teammates do, to check on Cassidy Yost. And she's going to have to come out of the ball game. Yost got into a violent collision and may have hit the back of her head on the floor, and they let him play through it. Hoxie missed a 3, and then on the rebound, Hamel was fouled. All sorts of contact. And Hamel, or rather Yost, will come out. TMP brought Jessica Herman into the contest for the first time. She replaced Yost on this right side. 16 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lane with Hamel. Has it here on the right side. Takes a peek at Coach Rose McFarland here. Down to our right. Now to the high post for Lane with 6. Emily searching. Left side goes to Baltazar. Sophia gives it up Lane. She'll shoot the left side 3 and just miss it. Monarchs get a pretty good look to end the quarter. They lead 36-17. Outscore Hoxie after Hoxie had cut it to a 7-point game at 22-17. Monarchs go on a 14-2 run. Lead 36-17 on the Monarch Sports Network. Is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title, take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
TMP Lady Monarchs take control in the third quarter, extend the lead to 19 at 36-17 as we welcome you into the fourth quarter. TMP starts the quarter with a basketball as Lane gives it up to Baltazar. She'll swing it left side for Von Little. Out there with Allen and Hamel, the 5 on the floor for TMP. Monarchs right wing for Baltazar. She'll fire a 3 and miss everything, but right in the hands of Kylie Allen on the backside, and she'll lay it up. Allen with 8 in the contest, 38-17 in favor of TMP as Allen to the right spot at the right time to pull down that offensive rebound and follow it home. Kylie's got 3 rebounds to go along with her 8 points of the contest. 7.5 to go in the game. TMP on top, 38-17. Right side for Hoxie. They bobble it out of bounds, and Kennedy loses it. It's the 17th Hoxie turnover. TMP trying to move to 6-1 and 3-0 in the MCL heading into Friday's matchup with a very good Ellis team. TMP the other way will set up the offense. Allen keeps the dribble alive, plays it left side for Baltazar out near the Indians on the court. She's going to pull up for another three and swishes it home. Baltazar knocks down her third three of the game, 9 for her in the contest. TMP's lead grows to 41-17. Following that three by Sophia Baltazar. Backside, McKenna was open, drives in, has it blocked by Von Little, taken away by Allen. She'll put her head down, dribble into the front court, find JC Von Little. And now TMP can set up the offense. High post they go for Lane. JC, by the way, in back-to-back games with 4 blocks so far. Here's another Lane drive, puts up the little floater on the scoop shot, got it to go, and a chance for a three-point play. Emily Lane with 15 in the contest. Spillman gets called for the foul. It's her third, 43-17. The Monarchs have made 3 straight field goals. It's already the 6th foul on Hoxie. And Lane back to the free throw line. This is the 5th trip to the line for her tonight, and she has missed one as she rattles that one home. 16 for her, 44-17. TMP in control of this one with 6:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. Here's a Rodgers three that is an air ball out of bounds, and it will go back to TMP. Jacobs tried to save it underneath, and the hard spill out of bounds. Stay with TMP as it goes out of bounds. Jessica Herman will replace Kylie Allen for TMP as Herman checks back into the contest. So it's Baltazar along with Habel, Herman, Von Little, and Lane, the 5 on the floor for TMP. 6-10 and counting as the Monarchs will get it right side. Here's a 3 for Von Little. That's too strong. Lane battling for the rebound. It's out of bounds off of Hoxie. Jacobs knocked it out of bounds, and it stays with TMP. Monarchs finished that third quarter on a 10-0 run. They've extended it here into this fourth quarter. It's an 8-0 run, so it's an 18-0 run for TMP, going back to a 26-17 lead for the Monarchs. Herman has it on that left block, won't shoot it. Baltazar's pass deflected. Lane gets it back. Hamel after a pick for Lane, kicks it Baltazar. Now left wing for Von Little. JC will fire another 3. This one skips off, and Bailey McKenna comes down with her 4th rebound of the contest. Monarchs have attempted 17 threes in the game. McKenna into the front court with 5.5 to play in the ball game. TMP in control, 44-17. Looking for win number 5 in a row. Another pass over the top. McKenna just out of the outstretched arms of Von Little. The shot off the mark for Jacobs. And Jessica Herman down with a rebound. As here comes TMP into the front court. Lane will drive on the baseline. Step around the defender. Missed the up and under. And then has the rebound poked out of bounds. It will stay with TMP as Jacobs, who spilled out of bounds, had that rebound poked away from her. They say last touched by Hoxie. And TMP will keep possession of the basketball with 5:06 to play here in the ball game. 44-17. TMP leading as Kinley Rodgers will check in for Hoxie. They also bring Keith back into the game, and Hamel's pass knocked out of bounds by Peyton Rodgers. Now the Monarchs will have to key it in front of the Monarch cheerleaders down to the right in that corner to the right of their bench. They force it inside for Lane, who was fouled on the way back up. 2 more free throws for Emily Lane. Lane had shot 24 free throws through 6 games for TMP. These will be 10 and 11 as she swishes home that one. 45-17. 17 in the game for Lane, and she knocks that one down as well. 18 in the game for Lane. 46-17. TMP with the lead with 5 minutes to go in the contest. First ever meeting here in Hoxie for the Monarchs as Rodgers dribbles it off her foot and a Hoxie turnover. But Hoxie got it back as Herman had it poked away by Keith. As TMP with their 10th turnover, and now Keith loses it, and Lane will track it down. So 3 turnovers in a matter of a couple of seconds, and TMP comes back the other way. Lane has it right side for Hamel. Hamel finds Von Little underneath. She's fouled. Peyton Rodgers picks up the foul, and JC will head to the free throw line. It's the 3rd on Peyton Rodgers. Now make it her 4th. And the first Von Little free throw is good. 8 in the contest for JC Von Little, 47-17. Second free throw is too strong, and Rodgers will come down with a rebound. That's Kinley. The TMP leading by 30. Should have continuous clock the rest of the way at 47-17. Hoxie, a pass in between the circles. Jacobs drives to the free throw line, pulls up, left it short, and Jessica Herman down with the TMP rebound. Von Little up the floor, outlet pass is going to be knocked away by Keith, but into the hands of Hamel. She'll find Baltus, who fires a 3, left it short. Rebound is tipped into the hands of Kinley Rodgers, and now TMP will trap as Hoxie gets it across the timeline. Hoxie able to get it into the front court, though. And then we're going to get a travel in the lane called on Hoxie. Hoxie will give it back on the 20th turnover. Travel into the lane. Turnover number 20 for Hoxie with 3:45 and counting in the contest. TMP to the high post for Lane, hands it for Baltazar. Sophia with all sorts of contact draws the block. That is set into the free throw line. This foul is on Haley Jacobs. As Baltazar will shoot her first free throws of the contest. It's a 17th foul on Hoxie. And Sophia's first free throw rattled off. She had been at 7 of 8 at the free throw line coming into the contest. Keith, along with Molly Foote, who had briefly checked in, comes out, as does Peyton Rodgers. Hannah Garcia will check in for TMP. Jessica Herman still out there with Lane Baltazar to shoot the final free throw. Von Little, and I mentioned Garcia. Sophia's free throw is good. Double digits again for Baltazar. She has 10. It's 48-17. A full timeout taken on the floor by Coach Rose McFarland. Baltazar, by the way, with 4 straight double-figure scoring games with 10 here in this contest tonight. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part all season long by Steel Fabrications, along with Heartland Building Center, Hayes Kalon Discount Siding, and Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. Also brought to you by Field Abstract and Title Company, High Plains Roofing, State Glass Company, and Thomas More Prep Marion. So the Monarchs and the Indians were tied at 5. TMP would finish the first quarter on a 10-2 run, lead by 8 at 15-7. Monarchs then led 22-10 at the break. Hoxie would cut the deficit to 7 at 22-15. But after that, TMP would finish the third quarter outscoring Hoxie 14-2. And here in this fourth quarter, the Monarchs have outscored Hoxie 12-0. 48-17. TMP with the lead with 2:46 to go in the contest. And we should have continuous clock the rest of the way. That's what they were checking on. Sophia Allen, the 5'4" sophomore, will check in for the first time for TMP, as does Juliana Ballman. 48-17. TMP just a couple of minutes away from their 6th win already this season and their 5th in a row. As Hoxie nearly turns it over left side, Kennedy will dump it inside for Kinley Rodgers, and she'll lay it home. It's the first field goal of this fourth quarter for Hoxie to make it 48-19. TMP with Ballman here on the right side for Von Little, and left wing for Hannah Garcia. Garcia will dump it into the post. Herman has it blocked, or rather had it knocked away, and then Spillman and Herman tie up, and Coach Rose McFarland gets a timeout before the tie-up. And with 2:11 to go in the contest, it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. TMP well on their way to that 6-1 start to the season. A year ago, for the Monarchs. They finished 10 and 13. So already well on their way to a huge improvement here. And again, keeping track of the Mid-Continent League. They're trying to keep pace with Phillipsburg, who's unbeaten, but that's a fantastic matchup, which we hope to get you updated on here in just a little bit with the matchup with Trigo. Trigo also unbeaten at 2-0, Norton at 3-0, and then TMP at 2-0 as well in the Mid-Continent League. As Allen will kick it right side, Hannah Garcia will fire a three that misses off the mark, and Bailey McKenna pulls down her 5th rebound of the contest for Hoxie. With under 2 minutes to go in the ballgame, TMP in control, 48-19, leading the Hoxie Lady Indians. Right wing into the contest for the first time is Tori Boehner. Boehner will give it to Willow Washington, who's also in for the first time. Hoxie will go with Washington, working on the post, bobbed it and stolen away. Good play by Ballman, and then Garcia lost it. And driving in is Kennedy, following the turnover for TMP. Hoxie will get it left side for Tori Boehner. Cut off on the drive, nearly traveled with it. Her pass deflected by Von Little and tracked down by Peyton Rodgers. The senior gets it baseline for McKenna. Bailey McKenna will knock down a three. 5 in the contest for Bailey McKenna, 48-22. TMP with the lead in the final minutes of this one. Garcia, left wing for Sophia Allen, the sophomore, gives it up for Herman, right side, Garcia. Garcia rifles it inside for Von Little, who gets tied up with McKenna, but it's into the hands of Ballman. Now it's Garcia who will drive in, miss the floater. Von Little tries to put it back, missed the shot. Now Garcia with it. Her shot, I think, was blocked out of bounds, and it was with 50 seconds to go in the contest. TMP will keep possession of this basketball. Hoxie will go to the bench and bring in Haley Sheets, the junior. TMP still with that same 5 out there as Ballman will drive. Ballman into the lane, puts up the high rainbow shot, too strong off the glass, and Willow Washington will come down with the rebound. TMP then stole it, gets it inside for Herman, who lays it home. 50-22 on the bucket for TMP following the turnover. Jump shot short by Kennedy, and Garcia down with it. As Garcia tries to keep the dribble alive with 6 seconds. Up the floor to Von Little, left side, scoop shot good. 52-22 on the bucket for JC Von Little, and that's how the contest will come to an end as the Monarchs will get the victory. The Monarchs end up with 3 in double figures, led by the 18 of Emily Lane. Baltazar with 10, JC Von Little with 10. Kylie Allen chips in with 8 in the contest. Haley Jacobs leads away for Hoxie with 8 in the game. TMP comes away with the victory, winning 52-22 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.